Hello friends, how are you? Today we are going to do the chapter direct and indirect speech, and we are doing it for a long time from Renan Martin book. And today we are going to complete this chapter. We have done all the exercises and all the questions one by one. It has taken a long time, but never mind. So let's continue. We'll start today from 39 number, and the question is, you say, said the judge, that the bag you lost contained 110 pounds. Yes, your honor, replied the miser. Then as this one contains 100 pounds, it cannot be yours. The judge asked the miser if the bag he contained lost If the bag he had lost contained 110 pounds, the miser replied respectfully in the affirmative. Then the judge concluded that as that one contained 100 pounds, it could not be his. Next we have 40 number. He answered slowly, Alas, my dear son, why do you ask the one thing I cannot grant you? Your hands are too weak to ruin those fiery beasts. You do not know the path. Come, ask something else. Anything but that. And the answer is, he answered slowly to his dear son that why did he ask the one thing he could not grant him? He further added that his hands were too weak to ruin those fiery beasts and that he did not know the path. He asked him to ask something else, anything but that. Number 41. The speaker said, I entirely object to the proposal. I object to it as founded on a wrong principle and I object to it as highly inconvenient. At this time, have you considered all that this proposal involves, gentlemen? I entreat you to be cautious. The speaker said that he entirely objected to the proposal. He objected to it as founded on a wrong principle and he objected to it as highly inconvenient at that time. The speaker asks if all had been considered that proposal involved. He entreats the gentleman to be cautious. Next we have 42 number. And the question is, Kausalya said to Rama, Do not desire, O my child, to possess the moon because it is thousands of miles off and it is not a plaything for children and no child ever got it. If you wish, I will bring some jewels that are brighter than the moon and you can play with them. And the answer is, Kausalya explained to her child Rama why not to desire to possess the moon as it was thousands of miles off and it was not a plaything for children and no child ever had got it. She further added that if he wished, she would bring some jewels that were brighter than the moon and he could play with them. So guys, please notice that how we make changes, like the introductory verbs changes and the helping verbs also. So keep noticing about that. You have to consider all those changes while converting a sentence from direct to indirect speech. Next we move on to 43 number. The hen bird was just about to lay and she said to her mate, Cannot you find me some place convenient for laying my eggs? And is not this, he replied, a very good place for the purpose? No, she answered, for it is continually overflowed by the tide. Am I then become so feeble, he exclaimed, that the eggs laid in my house are to be carried away by the sea? The hen bird laughed and said, There is some considerable difference between you and the sea. Next, the answer is, the hen bird was just about to lay and she asked her mate that could not he find her some place convenient for laying eggs. He asked in return that wasn't that a very good place for the purpose. She answered no. She said that it was continually overflowed by the tide Yeah, here we can also add the word explained in place of said. Both are correct. I write the word explained out here so that we may not get confused. This word said we can write explained also. She said that it was continually overflowed by the tide. He then exclaimed that had he become so feeble that the eggs laid in his house were to be carried out by the sea. The hen bird laughed and said that there was some considerable difference between him and the sea. Next we have 44 number. A cat, hearing that a hen was laid up sick in her nest, paid her a visit of condolence, and creeping up to her said, "How are you, my dear friend? What can I do for you? What are you in want of? Only tell me. Is there anything in the world that I can bring you? Keep up your spirits and do not be alarmed. Thank you," said the hen. "Do you be good enough to leave me, and I have no fear but I shall soon be well." The answer is, a cat, hearing that a hen was laid up sick in her nest, paid her a visit of condolence, and creeping up to her asked how she was. Addressing her to be its dear friend, it asked her what she could do for her and what she was in want of. It asked her to tell It asked her if there was anything in the world that it could bring her. It advised her to keep up her spirits and not to be alarmed. The hen thanked the cat, and asked it to be good enough to leave her, and she had no fear but shall soon be well. Next, the last number, we have 45th number. "Sweet child," he answered, "do not fret, for I can make you happier here than ever you could have been on the earth. I'll give you beautiful things to play with, which a queen would envy. Rubies and diamonds shall be your toys, and your plate shall be of solid gold. All the beautiful things you see belong to me, for I am king of this rich underworld." But she only replied, "I was happy playing with the pebbles on the seashore, and I care only for the sparkle of the little waves on the shining sand. Here there are no flowers, no sun," and she wept anew. And the answer is, he asked the sweet child not to fret, for he could make him happier there than ever he could have been on the earth. He would give him beautiful things to play with, which a queen would envy. Rubies and diamonds shall be her toys, and her plates shall be of solid gold. All the beautiful things she saw belonged to him, for he was king of that rich underworld. But she only replied that she was happy playing with the pebbles on the seashore, and that she could only and that she cared only for the sparkle of the little waves on the shining sand. There were no flowers there, no sun, and she wept anew. So, guys, we complete here the entire chapter. Hope you have got it clear. And if you have any doubt, you can ask me or comment me in the comment box. Feel free to have cleared any doubt, please, and please do like and subscribe my channel. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching.